I've pre-programmed him for you, lad. He's watched every episode of DIY Garden Squad there is.
Yo, is this movie about AI? I'll get more into that later. I saw Wallace & Gromit: Vengeance Most Fowl. Before I did, I often stayed up late at night, writhing about in a pool of cold sweat, plagued by the possibility that we, as a dreadful society, have forgotten about Wallace & Gromit. But now that their latest movie, Vengeance Most Fowl, is available on Netflix, I can finally sleep easy. To get straight to the point, I think you should see this movie and make whatever kind of day you are having just a little bit better. A little background first. Wallace & Gromit are the famous stop-motion cartoon characters from MapjStudios. Do I need to tell you who Wallace & Gromit are? They are the most well-known British export to the States since tea and taxes. Doctor Who? Doctor what? Wallace is the rather oblivious inventor who is obsessed with cheese, while Gromit is his silent and hyper-competent pet dog who tends to get Wallace out of danger. From there, anything can happen. The two might get caught up in a jewel heist, they might fly to the moon, they might end up chasing a giant rabbit monster. Whatever you have done in your life, you are nowhere near Wallace & Gromit's vibe. Deal with it. This duo was made famous by featuring in a series of critically renowned shorts, but they also appeared in their own feature-length film, Wallace & Gromit: Curse of the Were-Rabbit, which not only managed to cross over into the States, but ended up winning Best Animated Feature at the Oscars. Then, in the 2010s, Wallace & Gromit content started to slow down a bit, at least in the States. But then, the British had indeed come. We got Wallace & Gromit: Vengeance Most Fowl. First things first, you don't need to see Curse of the Were-Rabbit before seeing this movie. It is worth noting that Vengeance Most Fowl is a direct sequel of the short The Wrong Trousers, which features the same formidable penguin villain. The movie catches you up on everything you need to know real quickly, so you can just jump straight into this movie. But The Wrong Trousers is probably the best out of a very charming series of shorts, so why not watch it? It's really the best trousers. But if I'm being honest, the penguin is the least interesting part of the movie. In the original short, he had such a presence while he spends the majority of this movie just kind of operating in the background until we approach the big climax. Regardless of my slight gripes, I always appreciate Aardman's commitment to the bit to make this goofy little fella in world super menacing and ice cold. He really is the Tai Lung of the Wallace & Gromit universe. But Vengeance Most Fowl is not really about feathers. Wallace and Gromit encounter a bit of conflict with one another as Wallace uses technology, especially the Norbot, as a means to make life easier. But in the process, he not only causes new problems for Gromit, but that expediency comes at the expense of the little things that give Gromit joy, like head pats and gardening. Why would you waste all that time gardening when Norbot could do it for you? Because you like it? I hope you see where I'm coming from here, but let me be clear, Wallace is not spitting hot bars about Silicon Valley culture. Gromit is throwing no Molotov cocktail in the face of consumerism. People versus technology is a cartoon trope as old as time. We've seen it in Mitchell's vs. the Machines, we've seen it in that one Mickey Mouse short. These old themes just hit differently now, considering the times we are in and the kind of studio Aardman is. They are, as you might have noticed, primarily a stop-motion animation studio, and stop-motion is the most hand-spun of all animation styles. I'm not saying it's the most laborious, all animation is a work of miracles, it's not a competition, but stop-motion stands out because the labor that goes into the animation is most visible in the finished product. Look closer at the footage here. You can see the fingerprints on Feather's model, or in the gnome hats. When you look at Wallace's face, it was clearly made by someone pressing into the clay with their fingers. Wallace & Gromit as a franchise is what stop-motion was exactly made for. All of the Rube Goldberg cartoonish contraption from Wallace's inventions look amazing in stop-motion, because these bits and baubles are actually built in real life. Wallace & Gromit would not have worked the same if it was anything other than stop-motion. Wallace & Gromit as a whole, Vengeance Most Fowl included, is a living and breathing love letter to animation as a craft. And I'm talking about real, handmade, and above all else, fun animation. It feels like the kind of thing somebody would have made even if they weren't getting paid a dime. And ironically, it is that kind of art that I feel most passionately about supporting. Wallace & Gromit: Vengeance Most Fowl is an hour and 22 minutes long. It is shorter than most episodes of television nowadays, so if you can sit through season 3 of Ted Lasso, you can definitely give this one a shot. These are the simple, fun kind of stories that I think anyone can enjoy. I recommend Vengeance Most Foul, especially for those with families. Its simple and charming style is perfect for long airplane and train rides, and it's a perfect remedy for sad, rainy days. I wouldn't recommend it for avian viewers, and anyone looking for something introspective and complex would obviously be disappointed. It's Wallace Gromit, dude, come on, just have fun with it. How do you like this new format of movie reviews? Helpful? Not helpful? Ooly do. If you like this video, please give it a little like and a comment and a ring-ding-ding of the little bell icon down at the bottom, please. Thank you very much.